Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you 5 DIY lip balms that you've never seen before. If you enjoy this video, please click that like button and comment down below with any future video suggestions you might have. If you're not already subscribed and you'd like to see more fun DIY videos, please click that subscribe button. The first DIY lip balm will be a Double Bubble Bubblegum. For this one, you will need a piece of Double Bubble Bubblegum. The next thing that you will need is a piece of parchment paper. Just start by wrapping the parchment paper around the bubble gum and then using some tape to secure it. Pull the piece of gum out so you're left with just the parchment paper. Now to make the lip balm, I'm going to use 1 tablespoon of beeswax along with 1 tablespoon of coconut oil, and I'm going to melt that in the microwave on 10-second increments until it is fully melted. I added a little piece of lipstick to give it some tint, and I stirred that around until it was melted. I'm going to use one of these lip balm containers, and what I did was I poured just a little bit of the lip balm in the bottom and then set the parchment paper on that and let the lip balm harden up. Next, I set the lip balm container on an ice pack. You can also set it on some ice cubes, just something to keep it cool. And then I just started pouring the lip balm mixture into the parchment paper. As soon as it was full, I set it in the freezer for about 5 to 10 minutes. Once I took it out of the freezer, then I just pulled the parchment paper away from the lip balm. I took the piece of lip balm and wrapped it back in the double bubble wrapper. And that's all there is to this easy bubblegum lip balm that looks like double bubble. The second DIY lip balm will be soda bottle lip balm. I'm going to use these mini hot sauce bottles. Some of the shampoos that you get from hotels would work great for this too. The first thing I did was I removed the label from the bottle. To make the lip balm, I'm going to use some eyeshadow, and I'm going to use some brown eyeshadow so it will be the same color as Coca-Cola. Next, I mixed in some Vaseline with the eyeshadow and stirred that up until everything was combined. I placed the mixture in a Ziploc bag, cut a little bit off the end, and then squeezed it into the bottle. You will want to make sure that the bottle is thoroughly washed and cleaned before putting the lip balm in it. I'm going to use some red nail polish to paint the cap. I will show you 2 different ways to make the wand. The first one is to use one from a lip balm that you already have, and what I did was I just removed that with a pair of pliers. To secure the wand to the cap, I'm going to use some hot glue. Next, I printed out the Coca-Cola label. I will leave a link down below to where you can print this out, and I will also leave some other soda labels along with this one. Once the label was cut out, I just applied some glue to the back and secured it to the bottle. And that's all there is to this Coca-Cola soda bottle lip balm. And I will also be showing you how to make a Fanta one. To make the orange lip balm, I'm going to use some orange Kool-Aid. I put some in a cup and I added a drip of water to it. Then I added that to some Vaseline and mixed it up. I put that in the Ziploc bag, cut off the corner, and squeezed it into the bottle. I printed out the label, cut it out, and secured it to the bottle. For this one, I used the same procedure with the wand, and then I painted the cap on this one orange with some acrylic paint. And that's how you make these two different soda bottle lip balms. The third DIY lip balm will be mini Starbucks Frappuccino bottles. I'm going to model it after the regular size Starbucks Frappuccino bottles. I'm going to use these little olive oil bottles that I found. Again, you can also use shampoo bottles from hotels, and maybe even some travel size containers would work. I removed the label, I used the olive oil, and then I thoroughly washed and cleaned out the bottle. I used some brown acrylic paint to paint the cap. The next step is optional, but I wanted it to kind of resemble the bottle. So for the white part, I'm going to use a white painter's pen. You can also use white acrylic paint. If you don't have a lip balm that you can use the wand from, you can make one. And I'm just going to use a tube from a bottle and just make sure that you thoroughly wash and clean it. Place it into the container that you're using and cut it down to size. I cut off a little piece from a makeup sponge. I'm going to use a piece of thread. Dental floss will also work. I made a loop and then I threaded it through the tube. I placed the sponge in the middle and I pulled on the thread until the sponge was tight and wouldn't fall out. I'm going to secure the lip gloss wand in place with some hot glue. To make the lip gloss for this one, I'm going to use some coconut oil. Next, I started adding a little bit of cocoa powder at a time until it had the same color as the mocha. I poured the lip balm mixture into the bottle. I printed out these two labels and cut them out. I will leave a link down below to where you can print these out. And then I just used some glue and secured those to the bottle. The other way to make the lip balm for this one is to use the Vaseline and then add some cocoa powder to that. Place that in a Ziploc bag and squeeze it into the bottle. And one more option is to use a lip gloss that you buy like this and squeeze it into the bottle. Make the carrier pack for the lip balms. You will need to print out these printables. There will be a link down below. Once those are printed out, then just cut them out. Then you will just want to start folding it together, and where the little handle is, you'll want to cut that out as well. When mine was all folded, then I just used some glue to glue it all together. And you will need to do the same thing for both printables. I forgot to mention that you will want to print this out on cardstock, as regular paper won't hold up. Here are both of mine once they were put together. I just glued those two together. I cut out 2 little pieces of the cardstock to make the dividers. And that's all there is to these easy Starbucks Frappuccino mini lip balms. The fourth lip balm will be a Pizza Hut lip balm. For this one, I'm going to recycle one of these eyeshadow containers. Next, you will want to print out the printable, and this is sized to fit the eyeshadow container. Once it's printed out, then just cut it out. The printable has 2 different shades. Where you see the darker shade, those are the lines that you're going to want to fold on. For the top of the box, I made 4 little cuts in the corners. Next, I just started folding it together and then using glue to secure it all together. Here's the top of my box once I was done. For the bottom, I just did the same thing. I started folding on the darker lines and cutting on the darker lines and then folding it together and using glue to secure it all together. Here is the top and the bottom to my box. The next thing, I'm going to show you how to make the lip balm for this one. In a microwave safe container, I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of beeswax along with 1 tablespoon of coconut oil and melt that in the microwave on 10-second increments. Once it was fully melted, I added a little bit of lipstick to that and stirred it around. I poured the lip balm mixture into the eyeshadow container and set that in the refrigerator for about 10 minutes. Here is my lip balm after it came out of the refrigerator. The next thing I did was I just started gluing the top to the top of the eyeshadow container and the bottom to the bottom. And that's how you make this easy Pizza Hut lip balm. The last lip balm will be a Pringles lip balm. For this one, I'm going to use one of these glitter containers. I just emptied out the glitter and then washed and cleaned out the container. The lip balm for this one, I'm going to use 1 tablespoon of beeswax. If you don't have beeswax, you can use shea butter. And then I'm also going to add 1 tablespoon of coconut oil and melt that in the microwave. This step is optional, but I'm going to add a little bit of peppermint extract to the coconut oil and beeswax. I poured the mixture into the glitter container and set that in the refrigerator for about 15 minutes. I printed out the printable, cut it down to size, placed some glue on the back, and secured it to the container. And that's all there is to this Pringles lip balm. I hope you guys enjoyed all 5 of these DIY lip balms. I would love it if you gave this video a thumbs up. Leave me a comment, let me know which one was your favorite. Also, if you have any video ideas, leave those in the comments. Until next time, I hope you guys all have an amazing day.